Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're doing well. It's Friday. Hard to believe we're here again. It was fun to see you for a couple minutes on the live math Zoom a couple minutes ago. I want to start off by saying that today when I picked my shirt, the pink shirt, I immediately thought of Jarelli and Daisy. This is my preppy shirt. This is my frat shirt. Jarelli, you have the same exact shirt that I gave you, just a little different color. Made me think of you guys today. So in my world, it's prep day. But I don't know what kind of day you're having, but I hope it's been a good one. I hope your weekend is good, treats you kindly. You find a little time to relax, maybe do what fuels you. But it's been a good week and it's been fun to be a part of it with you. Just want to wrap up a couple things today. Hey, I would really encourage you. Obviously, you had your math ACT prep video to watch today at the beginning of the day at 8:30. I watched every bit of that video, and I would encourage you to take 30 minutes and get the most out of that video. Mr. Ron gave you a lot of neat, simple strategies. There was no math content in regards to how to do math. It was all about ways to make you more efficient in your time management of the 60-minute math test on the ACT. It's a huge amount of time. Sometimes it's about fatigue, but he gave you ways to kind of cut through that, be prepared, get ready, get the ones done that you know. He talked about the 3 levels, and he called it a triage, I think. I love that mentality. I love that approach, and he gave you all kinds of other resources to help you. So I'd really encourage you to take that, take notes, and then the next time you go to take a test for the ACT, put some of those strategies into play and see if you don't get the results that he was talking about. So great job. I hope your practice test today went well also. You took that 30-minute test after the live Zoom. I hope you did good on that. Hey, I would really encourage you, yesterday we wrapped up with Miss Kim. Today we wrap up with Mr. Ron. Both of them have poured extensively into your life this summer. I would encourage you, send them a note, a text, an email, something to let them know how valuable they are to you, how much you appreciate them. I just think there's a power that comes inside of you as you give that out to somebody else. So really encourage you to show that level of appreciation. All right, here's my favorite word. We've been looking at the Tessera assessment from ACT. We looked at words that we're somewhat familiar with: resilience, grit, teamwork. When I first looked at the Tessera and the words that were kind of being highlighted, things that they wanted to draw from the test, this word really caught my attention. I thought, curiosity, isn't that, it's never something that's kind of gone through my mind as we want to know the curiosity of our students. It's never crossed my mind. And then when I read it, it made so much sense as to why we would want to know that. Because that's what this stage of life is all about for you. This kind of this open mind, this curious mentality, this ability to gather and develop. What a great word. They also use the word openness. But here are the things that they kind of highlighted that they would want to assess in you and to kind of see where you are in your curiosity. I like these words: creative and innovative. How does that represent you at this stage of your life? The ability to be open-minded. It's very tough. It's somewhat natural because it's the stage of life where we're just taking it all in. Sometimes, though, because of things that have happened, we feel that temptation to want to close our mind. Because of things that had happened in our life, even this stage, this early in our life. So that's a great thought. The ability to be thoughtful. Man, we could spend a lot of time on that. I like these last 3 in particular: accepting of differences in people. This week we talked in our critical thinking class tons about that. And all of that stems back to this idea of curiosity. The accepting of people's differences. Thinkers and problem solvers. Boy, that's a neat attribute to have inside of you. The ability to solve problems. You might already say, oh, I kind of love that. Or you might think in your mind, I'm going to need to grow in that area of my life because I truly have never really assessed that or even thought that I could do that. Neat ideas right here. And then another one that kind of parallels here, interested in different types of people and their points of view. That again has to do with that accepting people and their open-mindedness and their development. And then all of that kind of comes under that curiosity, that openness in life. These are super things that just kind of go all in the topics that we've talked about this week. And I think they're crucial for you. Again, thank you so very, very much for your effort this week, for being a part, giving it your whole heart. If you are at White County or Pangburn, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great weekend.
Happy Friday! We made it. Fridays kind of don't feel like Fridays because tomorrow I also work. But the beautiful thing about working tomorrow is that it means I get to see some of you. So in some ways it's work, but in other ways it's fun and joyful. So thank you in advance for the hugs. First of all, it's Friday, which is our historical day of announcing the Fun Face Contest winners. If you follow our Instagram account, I realize I forgot to post it on Facebook just now as I'm talking. Whoopsie poopsie. But if you follow our Instagram, you already know the Trinity and Jarelli won this week. So kudos to you. The Mona Lisa Hannah, the Mona Hannah as I have called it, is amazing. I was like 10 out of 10 impressed with that piece of work. So bravo to you, Trinity. And then Jarelli, you putting Scott's head in the lion's mouth and then like quoting him from our Socratic discussion, that was brilliant. Loved it. Very good job, girls. You have one more week to win prizes. And Dirt Cheap disappointed me a little yesterday when I went shopping for prizes, or today, whenever I went to Dirt Cheap. I don't know what time it is anymore, other than it's Friday. But I went to Hobby Lobby this time. Just saying. So kudos to you guys. Tomorrow, Saturday pickup. Be there. Be on time. Bald Knob, Augusta, and McCrory. I will see you then. Your next Saturday, the 25th, is when you return all of your stuff to us. It's when you get your final t-shirt for making it through. And it's when all of your work study stuff is due. Here's the thing. You've already completed half of your work study in terms of the presentations. I strongly suggest that you take the time to make sure you have those done, because even if you misplace your punctuation or if there are spelling errors, those are going to be graded pretty toughly, pretty harshly, because there's so much money attached to it. So you need to do your work study and then proof it. Don't be sloppy with those assignments. Please don't. They're just worth way too much. So even though they're not due tomorrow, just make sure you're catching up on those and putting forth your best effort, because again, it's a job. Next week, the last week of Virtual Summer Academy, you're going to have your last 2 work studies. You're actually going to hear from Brad Palmer, who's Mr. Scott's brother, and you're going to hear from my very good friend Caleb Johns. Some of you may remember Caleb because he worked for us on Summer Academy. The older students, I know Karen probably remembers Caleb. At least I think that, because there's a picture that we have of them sitting together in the student center during tutor time. But Caleb was the one who had like the blue war paint, and he's amazing. So I'm just pumped. I think we have hit the ball out of the park with our work study speakers. So I'm not trying to brag, but I'm bragging. Do your work study, do it well, and you have amazing people talking to you and investing in you. So you have 2 more work studies anyway. Then you have 2 classes with Ashel.
Woo woo!
She's going to teach you how to take pictures. I'm just kidding. She's not. Do not get excited. She's not doing that. She is going to teach you financial literacy. And then you have 1 more class with me. And we are going to probably be talking a lot about racism, the Confederate flag, white privilege, all of these very touchy things. So you might want to do your homework. And by that, I mean thinking critically, which I know you all know how to do, because you've written me the most brilliant, inspiring, amazing reflection papers I've loved them. Almost all of you have turned that in. It's due today at 5. So for those of you who have not turned it in, clock is literally ticking. Make sure that you do that. And that's it. We are almost done with our time together. I really just love and appreciate you all so much, and I'm so proud of you, and I hope you have a joyful weekend, and some of you I get to see tomorrow.